Hi everybody, thanks for being here today in my kitchen. I have the best recipe that I'm going to show you today. It is, well, we call them Cowboy cookies, but it's basically an oatmeal chocolate chip cookie. And it's my favorite chocolate chip cookie of all time, and I've tried them all. Trust me. I have to give credit to my in-laws for this one because when I first married my husband or first met my husband, we went up there and they're like, let's make some Cowboy cookies. And I was, what are those? Anyway, but they are good. So we'll get started here. I have in here 1 cup of granulated sugar and 1 cup of brown sugar. And then I'm going to add 1/2 cup of shortening. Oh, let's see. Yeah, 1/2 cup of shortening and 1/2 cup of, I like salted butter. You can use unsalted butter, but I like that little bit of extra salt in there. I've kind of tweaked this recipe just a little bit to make it my perfect recipe. Okay. And I'm just gonna cream the butter, shortening, and sugars together. And to that, once that's nice and combined, I have 2 eggs and a teaspoon of vanilla. This batch makes quite a few cookies, so you could easily cut this in half. I think it makes 4 dozen cookies. So yeah, you could easily half this one and just do 2 dozen cookies. Okay, I'm gonna add my eggs and vanilla. Get that nice and combined. Okay, now I'm going to add 2 cups of flour. 1, 2, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. A 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And a little more than 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Like I said, I kind of like that extra salty flavor in there. So it'll be like a heaping 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay, I'm gonna get that all mixed in. Now, I am going to add 2 cups of oats. You can either do the instant 1-minute oats or the whole oats or half and half. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna do the instant oats today. A little more. Okay. And let's go ahead and add the chocolate chips too. I prefer milk. Okay. Get that mixed in. Okay, at this point, some optional ingredients that you can add in at this point are, I really like the chopped pecans or walnuts. You can add dried cranberries, you can add raisins, you can add, I've done white chocolate chips, I've done butterscotch chips, I've done it all, and every variation is really good. I'm gonna add nuts to this one today, but nothing else. And 1 more mix. Perfect. Okay, this dough is ready. I have a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. You can use cooking spray, that will work too. I have a miniature size ice cream scoop, and I just will do a nice big scoop of dough. You can also just spoon them out with a couple spoons. That totally works. And these will go in the oven at 350 degrees for about 8 to 10 minutes. You'll know they're done when the middle of the cookie is just barely cooked and the outsides are just barely turning brown. The cookies will continue to cook on the sheet for another minute or two. So if they look slightly underdone, that's okay. That's the time to take them out. Okay, then I'll just kind of shape them so they're nice and round. Make sure to wash your hands after handling the cookie dough. And these are ready to go in the oven. Okay, I have my cookies out of the oven and I let them cool on the pan for about 10 minutes. If you can wait that long, but my kids, I'm just gonna break into one. My kids will just come grab them right off the pan. No fail, perfect texture. So good. Thanks for being here today. If you want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel. You can also check me out on Instagram at Neurotic Mom.